Let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be Aries 2025 yearly forecast. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story and which side you are on. All of my readings are timeless, so know that you found it at the perfect time. Feel free to like and subscribe so you don't miss a reading, and click on the notification bell so you're notified of when I go live and post new content, alright? Okay. So overall, 2025 is going to be a pretty good year, I would say. Like something about your wishes, your manifestations, your dreams coming into reality, and you get to ultimately be like a kid. Just do what you want, and everything feels like it just kind of works out for you by luck, by fate, that kind of energy, and overall, it's a very good time. There's a lot of fun energy that I'm picking up, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and tap into every month from January through December. And I will be posting monthly. So if you would like to, come back and listen to those individual monthly readings, you're more than welcome to. But we're just going to go ahead and do it really quickly just to tap into the overall energy of each month. So, in the month of January, things are just kind of picking up slowly, okay? Perhaps it's because it's post holiday and hi, Lily Therian, welcome back. So, so yeah, January, it just feels like things, especially when it comes to business and work, things are kind of moving back slowly. The momentum is a little bit slower pace. It's not necessarily, it's picking up again. Okay, is what I'm seeing here. So if you're wondering how come January feels so slow, it's especially if it comes to business and collaborative kind of efforts. It just kind of feels very slow paced, and ultimately this is meant to be. Okay, it's supposed to be this way. So try not to feel like if there's any self-imposed expectations and feeling like, oh, we should have been done by with this by now, and and all of that. Like, it's just relax. Everything has a time and a place. And so right now, as mentioned, if things kind of feel a little bit slow and stagnant, um, don't be alarmed, okay? Hello, John wrote hi from our group in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, hello. You have a group? Cool. So it's yeah, just right now, if anything, kind of tap into your spirituality, your spiritual side, if you're religious, or if you just like to kind of take a step back and see things in a different perspective. Um, Now is the time. January has been the time to do that. Okay, so moving on to February. Okay. So in February, I'm picking up on this energy. There may be a young, youthful energy that is going to come into your life or makes their presence known. And at first glance, there's definitely some level of resistance, feeling burdened, feeling perhaps things may be moving too quickly, and things just kind of feel unexpected. And sometimes when things come unexpected, and especially if it's coming in a fast paced, there is a tendency to be defensive about it, and reject it before it progresses into anything, because there is some level of fear. But the advice coming through is, when the universe presents you with a blessing, presents you with something that is going to be helpful and is a positive addition to your life, why reject it? Why? Because of ego and fear, and thinking, oh, I don't know this, so no, I don't want it. Like, it's, you never know what you're going to get and the blessings that comes in if you don't give it a chance. So the advice here is, you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table, the foundation you have laid before you, and the person that is going to be a positive addition to your life is also going to have similar values, and will respect that as well for themselves and for others. And so try to let go of, the person that is resisting change. Try to be open-minded, let past thought patterns, and also something about comparing, okay? Comparing is going to be not helpful when it comes to this. Like, try to do things in a clean slate, and see the value for what it is, okay? March. Wow, okay. So March, so there's somebody in your energy, or this could be you'll know which side you're on, but I'm picking up there's some sort of declaration of love, okay? Like, either somebody or you, or somebody here is like, oh, but I love them, and then chaos, disagreements, rejection, um, things are moving too quickly, but it's like, again, it's something about fear, and somebody here being so set in their ways and not wanting to accept new things, new blessings into their life. What's going to happen? I'm a little curious. What's going to happen? So it's kind of a warning. It's saying, if you reject what is a positive addition, it's almost like, you know complaining for the sake of complaining. If somebody does that, and God is trying to send a blessing their way, but there is being rejected, then there's going to be some repercussions. Okay, there's going to be, things are is going to start feeling like it's not going your way. Bless. There's going to be challenges and blockages, and um, it's like, it's saying, why make it hard on yourself? Why make it hard on yourself by being stubborn? Okay. Wow, it's just such direct messages coming through. Anyways, April. Yeah, it's kind of continuing on from the March energy. It's just pretty much exactly what I was leaving off with. If somebody here is not going to be open, like, if they continue to be stubborn, if they continue to operate in a fear based mindset, they will pay the price, in a sense. And what I mean by that is, they'll they won't they will no longer have access to what they already have. And it's God's way of being like, well, if you don't want more blessings, you're not going to get the blessings that you already have in your life. And so it's just like the quicker this energy learns to accept the silver linings and the blessings, and even if it's not the norm, the more successful they will be. Okay? The more successful they will be. And if they reject God's blessing, they're just, digging themselves in a bigger hole, and spiraling in more, in a sad energy and more fear based energy, and they're going to be triggered. They're going to be triggered. And it's, where there's action, there's reaction. Okay, so it's just, if that happens, that's what's going to happen. So, May. So, May, I see here somebody is finally going to start opening up and being a little bit more open to new perspectives, new situations. But, I don't really see this as like an overnight change. There, it's almost like somebody here is being punished for their lack of openness. And the punishment is going to be, they're not going to they're going to be feeling left out, whoever is. See, and it's a projection kind of thing too. It's like a chain of events where it's just like, if they're not going to open up and be receptive, then they will be treated with stagnancy and blockages. Okay, so it's kind of like you reap what you sow energy. And what is going to keep this energy grounded and help them through this transition of trying to open up is, whoever they consider like family, or people they have emotional investments and feelings for, and they're ultimately going to help them see things in a different light. And it's a work in progress. I definitely see that it's a work in progress. June. Amazing, amazing. So finally, from transition from May to June, which makes sense because, especially, as we're diving into the Gemini energy, and it's a mutable sign, it's a mutable time. And so the transition is going to be a little bit easier. Okay. So finally, somebody is, accepting. They're feeling more confident. They realize that the more they give, the more they will receive, and somebody here will realize that they were just being fear based. It's like they were operating out of fear, and once that fear has been lifted, it's almost like I'm getting the imagery of like either like a stray dog or a cat, and they're scared, but you're trying to lure them, just like it's gonna be okay, everything is fine, and at first they're hesitant and timid and all of that and scared, uh, and then but they realize that they're in good hands, and that the person that they're dealing with, they actually care, and want to help in a sense. And so somebody here realizes, they feel a little bit more confident in the direction and the energies that they're being surrounded by. And so they're going to open up, they're going to kind of take a leap of faith, and see where it goes. See where it goes. Advice? Yeah. So I keep getting, there is love here, okay? Somebody here is in love. They care. It's reciprocated. It's not one sided. It's mutual. And it's talking about being selfless. Okay, somebody here is being selfless and they want to welcome love into their life. So just try to remember that. You know, are they operating out of love or is somebody operating out of fear? Okay. And it's so funny because I was talking about Gemini energy and look who showed up, huh? Okay, so July. So if you were hoping, or somebody here was hoping that like somebody was going to choose a side, it seems to me like somebody here is upset that whoever thought that somebody was going to be on their side, they end up choosing somebody else's side, and they stand up for them, or they're like, oh no, we should give this a chance, or we should do this. Like they vocalize it. But somebody here is just like, they take that personally. They're like, what? They didn't support them. They didn't support, like, they weren't on my side, like that kind of energy. And so it's saying the person who is not necessarily against this energy, but that is all of a sudden used to be on their side but chooses the other side, they're operating in a logical sense, and they have faith. And so when they communicate why they decided to change sides or support something that the other person may not agree with, hear them out, hear their reasons, because it seems to me like they have a logical explanation or reasoning behind it, and it's not based out of fear or some sort of predetermined outlook or mindset. It's almost as if they're basing things out of facts. And so somebody here just needs to realize that it's not all about, okay, the example coming through is like, for an example, it's like pineapple on pizza or something that doesn't seem like it would fit, but it's like somebody is like, they haven't even tried it but they're already against it, you know what I mean? And then once they try it, they're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing in the world, you know, it's that kind of energy. And so I know right off the bat it may not make sense, but sometimes like savory and sweet comes together and it creates magic. You know what I mean? Like, so just because somebody here is not aware or have exposure to different things, that doesn't necessarily make it anything less than. You know what I mean? Okay, so August. August is going to be a very quiet month. Okay, there's something about somebody declining something. It's just like, no thanks, no thank you, that's fine. Like somebody here is just rejecting, declining, whatever word you want to use, but it's just somebody's like, okay, it's fine, it's okay, and they just kind of like move on and do a little soul searching, go back to their spirituality and connecting with God and the universe, and just being like, you know, if we're not going to see things eye to eye, then what more can we do here? Because I see here somebody doesn't want to repeat cycles, going in circles, saying the same things, and one person is just too stubborn to get it and understand it. And so somebody here is exhausted. They're tired of explaining or trying to explain something, and it's just going through one year and out the other. And so somebody here is just exhausted and stepping back, and even if somebody's, well, you know what, even though this may not work out, let me just do this for you, and somebody here is just like, no, it's okay, it's all right, and they're going to reject and go with it, and create some level of distance and time apart to really think about what's going on within this connection. Any advice? So I keep getting strong like family energy. So this may be like, something that's going on within a family connection, or somebody you consider like family. And it's talking about, at the end of the day, you just have to remember there's love there. There's love. And it seems to me like there has been some sort of feelings that were hurt, and but we just have to remember, especially if that they truly love and care, and it's just their personality or perception or outdated ways of thinking that is holding them back. It's just, we just have to have love for them, but at the same time, creating some level of distance to spend time apart to think things over is not, it's a healthy kind of um, alternative. And so, at the same time, hold love for them, but at the same time, respect yourself and enough, whoever, you'll know which side you're on. But honor this time apart if it is essential to keep this connection um, healthy and respectful. Okay. Okay, September. Yeah, I knew that card was gonna come up. Okay, so somebody here, somebody here had the final straw in a sense, and so there's going to be definitely some level of, not, I don't want to say falling out, but it's like there's definitely distance that is intentionally created with a purpose, because somebody here is just ultimately hurt. They feel, a bit betrayed, lied to, misunderstood, and they're just like, yeah, like I just want to take some time apart from this connection, and heal from this. And so it's going to, when this energy walks away or creates this level of distance, it's going to impact the other individual, and they're going to be upset and sad, and and it's going to be to the point where it's going to affect their health as well. And that's where we need to kind of listen to our bodies. It's just like, why is there so much stress and blockages to the point where it's affecting your health, you know? So that's definitely something to think about. It's just like, what is the extent this energy will go to. Oh my gosh, I have to, let me. Okay, what is this energy willing to have, willing to go through mind, body, and soul, because they're so hung up on not changing. Okay, I'm just getting very stubborn energy. Okay, okay, advice. Fortunately, somebody here is very patient and is understanding, and they realize that somebody here is having an internal struggle of it's almost like they're fighting themselves, but somebody here is grounded enough to understand, and they're patient enough, and it's almost like they also have faith as well that what is meant to be will be, and that things will go as it should. And And somebody here is very understanding and patient of all of this. And so, through it all, fortunately, somebody here has like their rock that is going to help them along through this difficult time and transition. Okay. So that was September. Okay. October. Hello, Bob. Hi. Welcome back. Or Miss Bob. I don't know. I'm trying not to say your middle part. So so in October, somebody here, as much as one person is not willing to budge, the other person is not going to budge either. Because I will say this, one person is right and one person is wrong. Okay? Right? It's just, it is what it is. One person has a very narrow minded way of thinking, and then the other person is they have a lot more experience and knowledge. And so imagine somebody with a lot of experience and knowledge trying to talk to somebody who's very close-minded, doesn't have a lot of experience and exposure, and doesn't, it's not receptive to opening up. So that's where the conflict is. But guess what? Guess what? God, God comes in and was just like, fortunately, the person with a lot of experience and knowledge, they have they have strengths. They have garnered some level of talent and skill of connecting with other people in a positive way. It's almost as if through their light, joy, happiness, understanding, care, and attractiveness, something about their physical appearance as well, it speaks to people. And so they have a tendency to open up other people and help them blossom in a way. So it's overall a beautiful energy. Initially it may not feel that way because of how close it's almost, I'm getting like knot energy. Okay, they're very knotted. And so, but this person is very good at releasing those kinks and knots and making things flow more. And so, I do like where the energy is headed. I feel like this opportunity that comes about is going to really help open the eyes of the person that was not able to see things in a different perspective. Okay, November. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Ooh, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh my gosh. I November is looking very good. Very good. Okay. So because somebody here is very smart and is in a way very strategic as well, they know what they're doing. This isn't somebody who is just like, oh, I'm just gonna show up and just like, oh, let's see what happens. Like, no, like this person understands the nature of, I'm getting human behavior. Like they understand, like they are they they're just very intelligent, and so they're able to understand why people do the things they do, why they're so stuck and not able to expand. So it's pretty much what we were talking about in October. Somebody who is very smart, experienced, knowledgeable, almost spiritual in a sense. they have come to a point where, because they are so knowledgeable and experienced, like they know how to talk to people in a sense, okay? And so because of that, they're just it's like they're the whisperer of this closed off individual. And so as a result, more love, trust, abundance, care, happiness, love, respect, all of that is going to start blossoming and blooming like full on in November. So how cool is that? That is amazing. Okay, so what's gonna happen in December? Love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay, so even in December, it bleeds over the abundance and happiness. When somebody finally lets go, it just, there's some level of generosity and giving, happiness, wish fulfillment, and there's going to be momentum. It's almost like somebody has a pep a pep in their step. Like there's a little spark. There's an extra push, boost, like that they're going to receive, all because they decided to put an end toward towards their old way of thinking. Isn't that beautiful? And so let's see the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Yeah, exactly what I was just talking about. As soon as somebody is just like no longer, I don't want to say no longer who they used to be, but just their outdated mindset, their outdated beliefs, their judgment onto others based off of unfair and biased way of thinking. As soon as that is released, let go, guess what happens? Blessings, happiness, wish fulfillment, all your dreams and wishes coming true. So it's just like somebody really has to have some level of an ego death here, okay? And 2025 is the year where this energy is going to be really challenged and going through some sort of roller coaster into really blossoming and opening themselves and letting go of the past so that they can create some sort of new foundation. Because I feel like this energy, they feel like they think they're happy, but they're not. That's the thing. There's some sort of contentment that is lacking. And so God, here comes God coming in. It's just like, hey, we're trying to, shake things up, create a new foundation, instead of like the example I'm getting. Yeah, look at that. The example I'm getting is somebody here, let's say it's a house, okay, and it's old, outdated, things are rotting, decaying, messy, dirty, bugs everywhere, rodents everywhere, whatever. It's not inhabitable, okay? But somebody here is just like, oh, no, we'll just do a little, sprucing up here, and we'll just paint the walls, and it'll be fine. Like that's the mindset. But what God is trying to do is like, no, bulldoze over that shit, and and start from scratch. Build brick by brick. You know, you gotta know when something is outdated and old and needs to be tossed out so that we can make room for something new. So 2025 is going to be that year for you. And so the quicker somebody here is going to be opening up and try to see things in a different perspective, the more blessings that's going to come forward quicker, and you're going to be blessed. How amazing is that? Amazing. Okay. Anything else? No, I think that was good. That was good. You guys got a really good message. Very straightforward, to the point, and it was consistent. I dig it. All right. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for the comments, the support, the likes, subscribes. And if you would like to be notified of when I go live or post new content, please don't forget to click on the notification bell so you're notified. And again, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.